Good morning. Today we are going to learn the fifth chapter, the 100 dresses, first part. So, the fifth chapter is the first part, and the sixth chapter is the second part of the same topic. So, dear students, we are going to learn about a poor girl named Wanda Petronsky, who belonged to Poland. She emigrated to America and she's living in American region and she's going to school with other students, American schools with other students, and she's very poor. She doesn't have much dress or shoes, school bag, very limited, very old dresses and all, and she is going for the schooling. From that scene that we are getting this chapter, it's written about this childhood of this poor girl. And the fifth chapter, its a summary is like this. One Monday, Wanda Petronsky didn't come to school. Wanda Petronsky, she was sitting in the room number 13, and her place is just at the last row, in the corner of the room number 13. And that row, the last row and the last corner, is filled with so many students, those who are uh, not that much learning well. Okay, very lazy students, noisy students, disturbing students. They all are sitting there in that corner. Same area, our Petronsky is also sitting. And it is said that why she is sitting there, no idea what is the reason she is there. Her nature is very rough and tough, not like any other kid, but at the same time, she is very quiet. She is sitting that noisy place, that corner of that classroom, but she is very quiet. And while she is there sitting, nobody knows the exactly the reason why she is seated there. But her friends, they understand. They think that this girl is coming from some kacha roads, from some distance area. She is coming by walking, so her shoes will be filled with mud, and that may be the reason that she is at a last row, last corner, so that that area will not the whole classroom may not be disturbed and destroyed. Okay, students are always talking about her only outside of the class time. So as they are coming to school, or as they are going for home, going back to home, then they just make round her and make fun of her. And first of all, her name is something interesting name, very funny name, so everybody will come around her and make fun of her. And students talk about her every time, such a funny things, and made fun with her. And I told you first in this chapter, it is referred that on fine Monday she is absent. Nobody listened, nobody noticed, but not because she was not that much popular in that class. So nobody listened to her whether she came or not. No. The next day, Tuesday, also she became absent. She didn't come. Then also nobody attended or nobody noticed. On Wednesday, on the third day, again she became absent. Then there were two girls, Maddie and Peggy. Peggy was very popular and pretty girl in that classroom or in the school even. And this Maddie and Peggy, they were very friends. And they noticed her absence. Since 3 days she has not been there. So they noticed why Vanda is absent. And you know why, the reason why they noticed, others did not mind, but Vanda and Peggy and Maddie, they noticed, because they were every day coming late to school only because of this Vanda. So they will be waiting outside for making fun with Vanda, and they will be waiting there outside for a long time. As Wanda arrives, they makes fun of her, and they spend their time, and thus they become late every day to school. And these days, since 3 days, they they just see, wait for, but she is not coming. Then they come to school. So like that, they were noticing her to make fun of her, but others, they never mind. Nobody is minding. So this is the way they waited. They waited and wait for Vanda every day for making fun, and thus they were enjoying. And these days, even the third day, once they uh, missed that girl Vanda, the main fun they are asking, this Vanda Petronski has got, first of all, her name is very funny, and second, she is wearing a very pale color, very faded blue color dress. But every day, daily, she is wearing the same dress. She doesn't have much collections of dress. Still, they will ask Vanda, how many dresses do you have at home? She will say 100 dresses lined up in my cloakroom, my closet, my small room, just lined up. So they will wonderfully, they will ask, they will laugh and say, okay, you have 100 dresses? Yes. How many pairs of shoes do you have? They will ask another question in a funny manner. And she will say without any doubt, 60 pairs, it is lined up in my room. So every time they ask this question, and she gives the same answer. And every day they laugh at her, and she is, without making any comment, she just goes back. So it happens like that. And you know, this uh, Peggy's friend Maddie was also poor. She was also worried, little tensed about, suppose if uh, Vanda Petronsky, if she doesn't come to school, naturally Peggy would ask these questions to Maddie. So that is very difficult to think about, because Maddie was also poor, and she was also using old clothes from different people, and even Peggy's dresses also were taken from her house by her mother, and it is somewhere some repairing and stitchings were done, so that nobody will understand whose dress it is, especially the classmates will not understand. So such dresses will be worn by Maddie. So Maddie was little tensed. Suppose this girl is not coming again, the Vanda Petronsky is not coming. So in that case, the Peggy wanted to make some kinds of uh, fun. So in turn, she may ask these questions to Maddie. So Maddie will be in tension. Okay, uh, how can, it's in a disguised manner, it is in a hidden manner that her dresses are, she is using. So she was also little. So this Maddie thought of giving a note or writing a letter to this Peggy, saying that stop making fun with Vanda. But immediately she understood the same issue. If I ask her, she may stop with Vanda making fun, but she may start with me. So she stopped and threw the paper away. And like that, she is saying. And there is another. This chapter ends up with the coloring competition conducted in the school. And the very fine day, the next day, the announcements of the winners' name, and they all go to school, especially Maddie and Peggy. They go to school. They didn't wait for Vanda, because Vanda was not coming. So as they reached in the class, the teacher came, and teacher announced one boy's name for the boys uh, winner's name, and second one is there, she announced we are the the winner of this drawing coloring competition for the girls session. That was nothing but this Vanda Petronsky, and she said that according to the judgments or judges, their view, and she has drawn 100 color drawings, dresses, designings. It is their very beautiful one. Even one will take the winning prize. So what about the 100 dresses? Other students, they all submitted 3 or 4 designs, and where our Vanda Petronsky submitted their 100 dresses lined up in the classroom for the competition, and she became the winner of that contest. But actually, Vanda and Peggy, sorry, Maddie and Peggy, all other students in the school, they expected that Peggy would get the prize as every time she is winning. But to a surprise, this time Vanda Petronsky got the first prize in coloring competition, and they all came, and they just observing the pictures they are lined up in the room, and whatever colors that they made fun of them, all those colors she was drawing at home and submitted here for the competition. So this is the summary of the first chapter, and we will study the paragraph by paragraph. We will study on the online class. Thank you very much.